Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Well, yes, I got new nails in the boards there. They hit them boards and wire so hard it basically pulled the nails out. So I got new nails in the board where I hook it onto the post there, and I got new nails in the board over there where I hook it on the post. There was only one in that one up top, so they could have just run through, but either way, I've got new nails in the boards. I haven't stood these up yet, but I've got a guy from work that I pay to help me do some chores sometimes. He's going to come out this weekend, Saturday or Sunday, provided weather allows, and help me get the goat fence up along that back side of that run back there and all the way across the back and up this side, because that way I won't have to put any boards at the bottom of that fence. The goat fence is plenty strong enough. It'll be tight enough they won't be able to push and get under it. So that'll stop that. So he's going to help me get that done, and I'm planning on building 2 actual gates. We're going to put a post in right here. I got to leave wide enough space for me to drive my mower through. That was the main idea why I did this to begin with. A little fence with a board to hook to the other is so I can move it and I can drive my mower through. Well, this grass ain't coming back anytime soon, but still, I got a 5-foot mower deck, so I need to be able to come through with it. So we're going to put a post in there, and we're going to put a post in up here, and we're going to build a gate for both of those. I bought the hinges and the latches today. No makeshift stuff, no hook. No, I bought actual gate latches. So that's what we're going to do this weekend, hopefully. Spend more money to secure my animals more, because somebody's dogs can't be controlled. But I'm going to show y'all. Now, this fence has always been a little bit loose. It's got a little wave to it there, right? But if I walk back here, I got on camera coming under that fence right there, in and out. So they put your nose under that fence and slide under. And how they originally got in was down at that end. Once they knocked the goat fencing down, that's how they got in. And they slid under that fence, and eventually, chasing the chickens, they just pushed through that fence. But there are several dents in the fence where you can see where they pushed on that chicken wire trying to get in or out. And, like this fence here is too tight. Really couldn't do much with it. But down this side where they got in before, there's quite a few dents pushing in and a couple pushing out where they were trying to find their way in and out of the pen. They could have gone under back here, but I couldn't see any signs that they did. They came in right back there when they knocked that goat panel fence down. They just went under the fence. You can see the fence where it's bent up and curled in, where they slid in. Oh my goodness. I bleed for everything I do, y'all. But anyway, that's a spot right there from work today. Good Lord. Anywho, we're going to try to get the goat fence up. It should not take long to put that fence up. Just nail it to this post, pull it as tight as we can to that post, and then I'm going to have to add to it. But if I add to that roll of wire, and I've got another piece of roll over there, we're going to pull it to this post and then run it to the corner of the building right here, the back corner. That way, that'll all be goat fenced in. So when I do get goats or hogs, they won't be able to get through that fence. And Sue is very vocal today. So I see some injuries on my turkey's face. I don't know if it'd turn its head. See there? It's got an injury on the side of its mouth there, but it's eating and drinking. And the teenage rooster there hasn't really done a lot of moving. He kind of stands around, lays down a lot. I'm pretty sure he took a pretty good beating, but he survived so far. I don't know if he will, but looks like Sue is fairly healthy. He's smart enough. He goes either over the fence or through the fence or something and gets into that first pen every time something happens. Well, twice, so I can say every time, right? Junior, last time went into the woods and came back. But this time he was caught in the corner up there around from the end of the building. I've got him on camera where he fought them a couple of times. They'd go at him and he'd go to raising sand at them. And they ended up leaving him alone. They terrified him. They got a few good licks in him. He was a little bit sore. And I can tell by the way he's acting. But he was crowing this morning. So they couldn't get under those boards. That idea worked. They couldn't put their nose under that fence because the board was there. They couldn't pick the boards up with their nose. And they found the weak spot. I should have already had the goat fence and run, but the guy that I pay to help me, and, you know, I don't ask everybody because I don't like everybody out here on my property, but he's a good kid. He's a young man. They just had a baby. He was off for a couple of weeks after his girlfriend having the baby, and he's just come back to work, I think this week or maybe last week. I can't keep up with it. And now he's ready to come and do a little bit more helping with me. So he's going to help me get that goat fencing up. It's going to stop right here at this corner post, but it's going to fence in all the weaker areas of the fence. And then my chickens should be secure. Sure, they could go through the chicken wire if they really, really tried, but so far, they've looked for the weakest link. They've tried to go under. They've tried to push their way through. Pushing through didn't work. So I've made the repairs to the fence that separates the 3 run areas. And I haven't shown y'all yet, I don't think. Honestly, with all that's going on, I can't honestly remember. They're hiding back there right now. But the 3 baby Rhode Island Reds I had in the brooder in the house are back there. There they are. Let me zoom in. I brought them out yesterday. I got their light set up for them, and they're eating out of the big feeder. I put a waterer out here just in case they wanted to use it instead of the big waterer over here. So, you know, once they get kind of adjusted to this, their safe space is that corner. They run to that corner if I go in there. But I brought them out just for that purpose. You know, it's time to bring them outside. And I don't know why I did not do any fooling, extra egg candling or nothing with the eggs that were in the incubator this time. Started with 12 eggs. It looked like all 12 were fertile, but 7 of them didn't grow. 5 of them, candling them, looked like they were growing. So I left those 5 in there, disposed of the other 7. And sure enough, there was no real growth inside. So I had these 5 in there. They should have hatched Monday or Tuesday. Well, so far, none have even pipped. So that's something maybe, I don't know why. I haven't messed with them at all. I've kept the water bottle with water in it. I don't have any idea why they haven't pipped or started hatching, but I may not get any out of this round. I just don't know. But as you can see, I've got 1 Rhode Island Red in this pen that survived the encounter. And I found 4 dead Rhode Island Reds. So that would be number 5. I had 7, so 2 are missing. Okay, so 2 Rhode Island Red babies are missing. I had 39 black sex links. I found 30 dead. And no, not 30. I found 25 dead. I've got 9 here that are alive. So that puts me at 34. That means I had 5 that I couldn't find. Well, I found 2 more dead ones. That puts me at 36. And that means I've got 3 black sex links that I've unaccounted for. Well, I've found one of them. It's alive. It made it through the fence where the dogs had pushed the fence up and got into the woods. And I put a water dish back there and some feed on the ground, and it came out, and I tried to use my net to catch it, and I can't catch it. He's still back there. He's hanging around. Eventually, I'm hoping he'll make his way up to the fence, and I can get around behind him and get him caught. But you know, them chickens are quick, and I don't want to hurt him with the net when I scoop him. So right now I'm still trying to catch that one. So that would be number 10 black sex link still here. There's 4 in this pen. No, there's 4 in the pen with Sue, and there's 5 in the pen with Junior. I think, yes. 4 in this one, 5 in there, and 1 in the edge of the woods, which I can see right now back there. It's coming out toward that feed, see? But I just haven't been able to catch it. So, working on these, putting new nails in. This is still just temporary until my help gets out here and we come over 5.5 feet and put another landscape timber in the ground as a post and build a 5.5 foot wide gate for this area. And I'll hang the gate off that post, but it'll close to this landscape timber here. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna hang the gate probably off the new post because that wobbles a little bit as it is. So if I can hang the gate off the new post, 5.5 foot wide, it'll close up at that end. And hopefully that'll be a lot more secure than the way I've got to. It keeps the birds separate, but it doesn't keep dogs out. Well, a gate will, because they're not going to push their way through that gate. So I've got enough 2x4s here, and I've still got those in the back. And if I need to buy more, I will. But whatever it comes down to, I've got the materials. I got plenty of screws. I bought hinges for the gates today. I bought clasp or latches for the gates today. And hopefully that problem's going to be solved this weekend. And they won't be able to go through chicken run to chicken run to chicken run and kill all the birds. Now, with that being said, I am considering ordering 3 chicken run doors and put a door on each pen so the chickens can come out and in without propping the main doors open. And those dogs are too big to go through those chicken runs. So I'm thinking of doing that. That'll cost me another $100 or so to buy those chicken run automatic doors. And if I did that, I'd just frame up the fence and cut it out and mount it there. So they could go in and out on their own. When a threat comes, they run to the pen. And if the dogs came, they could run inside the pen. The dogs can't fit through that chicken door. So if I, strengthen the framing around it and such, that would solve that problem for the ones that make it inside anyway. And that's my goal. I'm trying to do everything I can. I mean, I've told y'all in the previous video, I just literally spent $243 this past Saturday on chicken feed, 1 bag of scratch feed and 13 bags of layer pellets. And I bought a bag of layer pellets earlier last week. So, to fill up all my feed cans. Now that, I'd like it to last me 6 months. And with only 13 birds, it's not going to be a problem. So I got 9 sex links and the 3 babies and the 1 here. That's 4 Rhode Island Reds. That's 13. Plus the 3 roosters, 14, 15, 16. And the turkey. So 17 birds where I had 50 something. I don't know. I can't remember. It was a lot. So if I buy those chicken run doors that'll open and close for them, that'll pretty much take care of the problem with the dogs being able to get in the pen to the chickens. So they'd have a place they could run to and be safe. I've been avoiding buying those things because they're not cheap. I mean, yeah, I've seen them on Temu for 20 bucks, but I want a good one. So if any of y'all have any experience with those doors, I want a really good chicken run door that's dependable and works. And I'm going to frame up between joists of the pins for holding that thing nice and firm so that, a dog or whatever can't get through there. The only negative about that, unless I turn it off, it's going to open and let them out every single day. And I don't always let all the birds out every day. I just don't have the time, and I don't like them being locked in the pen all the time. But I'm trying to get where I can see that baby black sex link back there at the edge of the woods. Yep, there it is, between the telephone poles and me. And the feed and water's on the other side of the telephone pole right there. The one's laying down. So he's getting closer. So I fixed these pens. I was thinking about grabbing a couple of the black sex links and put them out in that chicken run over there. Hopefully he would go toward them because he would see more of them. And if he sees them or she sees them, his friends, his siblings, all that, maybe he would run toward the fence where I can get behind him and try to catch him and put him back in the fence. So that's my idea, because he's been running loose for 2 days now and I haven't been able to catch him. So, all right, guys, I'm going to shut up rambling. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you for all the prayers and the good thoughts and all that stuff. Look, y'all, I don't care what anybody tells you. Nothing helps more than prayers. Nothing. God can turn the worst situation into the best situation in the blink of an eye. He's the only one that can. So I appreciate the prayers, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for subscribing, hitting the thumbs up, and leaving comments. It really helps me grow my little channel. I think we're up to 643 or something. I don't know. It goes up and down so much I can't keep up with it. But I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all mean the world to me. So there's my 3 babies right there. Let's see if I can zoom in. Oh, it is zoomed in. They're at the waterer. Sparky barked and freaked them out. So I'm going to get off here. I appreciate y'all once again. Remember what I always tell you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe and be prepared.